This is a logo for a television station, kind of like a cable like thing that used to exist back from 1982 to 1986. And what I'm talking about is Super TV. It was an American subscription television service operating in Washington, D.C. and Baltimore metropolitan areas. Owned by Subscription Television of Greater Washington. Early form subscription was offered to prospective subscribers for people that either did not have access to cable television, such as HBO and Showtime, or just as additional viewing. Two channels, WCQR 50 in Washington, D.C., and WNUV Channel 54 in Baltimore from 1982 to 1986. Joint venture of Field Enterprises and Clint Murchison Jr., who also was original owner of the Dallas Cowboys football team. Began broadcasting when it signed on November 1st, 1981. Had a rough start at the gate. Computer problem caused 20% of its 5,000 customers in the first month not to receive full service. Typical subscription services, Super TV program movies, sports, and special events, as well as optional nightlife adult package. I remember Super TV on weeknights began around 7 p.m. and ended around 2 in the morning. And they showed a couple of movies, and then they would show some kind of show like Playboy show, or they showed stuff about the NFL, different programs, and the late night adult entertainment was on the weekends. That was on later at night. It was probably what you'd call a edited version. It was definitely probably the lowest. I don't know what you call it. You have like triple X and stuff. It wasn't as risque as some you would have seen in a triple X theater. It was, I guess, kind of a lower version of what you'd see in an X-rated movie theater back then. But that was optional, and I remember watching various movies on Super TV. We had it for a few years, and I finally canceled it for whatever reason. I don't remember precisely why I did it. I think it was probably some issues we had with Super TV itself. But I got a hold of a schedule, a page of a schedule from then, and you go to January 1st. Don't have the year, but it says table for 5. It was on Sunday. The looked like programming on weekends started, like Saturdays and Sundays would start about 3 o'clock. But here's a schedule for a Sunday. It was table for 5, and then at 3 o'clock, and 5:15 the end of August, and 7 o'clock Chariots of Fire, 9 o'clock Fly of the Eagle, and then there was 11 o'clock on late night adult film called Come Play With Me. Monday the 2nd was Man from Snowy River, street music, first Monday in October. The programming started at 7 o'clock, and that went on until Saturday. Tuesday the 3rd, NFL Report, number 5, 10 for the title. Then the movie Breakthrough, Forced Vengeance, and Chinese Connection. Wednesday, 7 o'clock, started Author, then Death Trap, and then Visiting Hours. Thursday, Threshold, Shoot the Moon, and actually they had a late night movie on Thursday night, 11 o'clock, Melody and Love. Friday, 7 o'clock, started Super Rock '83, then The Beastmaster, The Sword and the Sorcerer, and then a couple more late night adult movies after that. And then Saturday, 3 o'clock, started with the movie Annie, Doobie Brothers, Farewell, Hanky Panky, and Best Friends, and then the late night adult movies started at 11 o'clock. And that's basically how it went on throughout the rest of the month. But they had a different things. I saw where February 2nd they had Spyro Gyra in concert had out on there. So they had some other things as well on Super TV. The 30th of January they had NFL Report Super Bowl special. So they did have a variety. And just looking at some more information on Super TV. Reached its peak in 1983 with 85,000 subscribers, 30,000 in Baltimore. Unlike other similar services, they maintained a part-time schedule throughout its entire existence, never switching to a 24-hour schedule. So basically broadcast Monday through Friday, 7 p.m. to 2 a.m., except from 5 p.m. to 2 a.m. on weekends. Actually, I saw where things would start at 3 o'clock on like Saturdays and Sundays. As it declined nationwide, as Super TV declined nationwide, I don't know what they mean by that. I don't know if there's other Super TVs in other area markets. I guess so. It began to lose subscribers. By 1986, subscribers continued to fall rapidly from 28,000 in late 1985 to 14,000 in early 1986. As a result, the company's failure and WNUV's desire to become a full-time commercial independent, Super TV broadcast for the last time on March 31st, 1986. So this thing only lasted for 4 years. I remember we got Super TV. I remember seeing commercials about it, so I decided to get it because you get these extra movies and stuff that had recently, been released in the theaters, and you could see it on television, not have to wait. And it was kind of cool in that regard. But then cable service, full cable service, started becoming available in the different areas, and that was pretty much people lost interest in Super TV, and subscribers dwindled, and that's basically what led to their demise. So this thing only lasted for 4 years. I remember when we got Super TV, it was a box that was brought in, and that I forgot exactly how everything worked on it. I remember it malfunctioned a few times. We had to have people, reps from repairmen from their company come in and make repairs. I remember that. But anyway, that's what I remember about Super TV, and kind of cool memories. I'm sure a lot of people remember it being around. And like I said, looking for ideas on shows to do in the future, shows about preserving history, especially obscure aspects of history. That being said, like, subscribe, share. As always, thanks for watching.